Happy Monday, everybody. I realize that today is a non-school day. However, this is a really important lesson, and so I'm going to record it. That way you have access to it, and so that you can refer back to it when you're completing the extra credit assignment for today. So our topic of discussion is digital citizenship. It's part of our ongoing unit on online etiquette. So last week we went over social media etiquette, and how to talk to people using social media and phones and whatnot. So now we're going to talk about digital citizenship and what that means. So what is digital citizenship? Well, we all use the internet to learn new information and to communicate with others, and therefore we are all members of the online community. Digital citizenship means that we still act in a way that is both responsible and respectful to others, even when we are online. So a lot of times, because we can't see the person that we're interacting with, or we don't always get a face-to-face interaction like on Zoom, it can be really easy to feel as though you can act in a different way than you would in person. But the truth is, we still need to act responsibly, respectfully. We need to be accountable for our actions, and we need to be digital citizens. Just like you are citizens of society, you are also citizens of the internet. So some things that digital citizenship involves, which are quite a lot, it's digital etiquette. So it's applying real world behavioral standards to the digital world. So what's cool versus not cool in person is pretty much the same for the internet, for what would be cool and not cool. It also applies digital health, knowing when to stay connected and when to turn off devices. We need to not be so dependent upon our computers and phones, because really we need to interact with actual people, our families and our friends. Digital integrity, knowing that the source of information that you are reading about or taking in information from is credible, and that it is reliable, and that you can verify its authenticity. Digital literacy, so avoiding suspicious emails, websites, and online advertisements that can take you down a slippery slope, which can eventually lead, in some cases, to identity theft, fraud, right? People who are taking money from you for purposes that aren't actually what they say they're for, as well as digital privacy and responsibility. So privacy means what information you share with people, what you don't share with people. And of course, we act responsibly. So if we see a problem, we report it. If we see inappropriate images or content or behavior, we tell a trusted adult. Okay? So why is digital citizenship important? Well, I mean, we all use the computer and our phones, so that's a huge reason why it's important. But it's also important because each of us must do our part to keep the internet a safe and free space. This means that we must be kind to others, even though we can't see them, refrain from sharing personal information with strangers, even if they say that they're going to the same school as us, or even if they say that they're teenagers, because over the internet, people can say a lot of things, but that doesn't make them true. And of course, reporting odd or suspicious activity to a trusted adult, such as your mom, dad, or teacher, right away. So if someone is trying to meet up with you from the internet, or if someone is asking you for pictures of yourself, or just anything that makes you in the slightest bit uncomfortable, you want to tell an adult right away, because there are a lot of people out there who want to take advantage of others who are vulnerable, which is totally not cool, and they are not being good digital citizens. All right, so I am a digital citizen. You are a digital citizen. That means we use our eyes to promote learning for educational purposes. We use our heart to be respectful and to think about what I do online. So is it true, helpful, inspiring, necessary, and kind? That's the acronym. We use our feet. We stand up and say no to cyberbullying. And we remember that our digital footprint, all the things that we do online are tracked, and often they're very difficult to erase. So we don't want to do anything that harms others or harms our own reputation. We use our head. We make good choices when we're online. We protect our private information as well as the information of others. So you don't share your personal information. You don't share your login or password to websites because people can utilize this to do bad things sometimes. Okay, and we don't want to give them the opportunity. We use our voices to tell adults if someone is being hurtful or unkind online, and we use our hands. We use our computers or phones for the assigned activities that we need to do on Google Classroom or Boom cards. We keep our devices safe and secure, and we remember that there are laws online, and that if we violate those online laws, we can get in trouble. So let's go through some scenario cards, okay? So we know that being a digital citizen means we act respectfully and responsibly, and we engage all parts of our body to do that, right? Like Ms. Morris just said, we stand up to cyberbullies. Cyberbullies are people who engage in bullying or the intent to harm or make someone feel bad purposefully. They're doing it online though. So that's what cyberbullying is. It's bullying that occurs online through social media, through messaging or emails. We use our head. We think about what we're doing to make sure that it's safe and allowed, and we tell other people if we don't feel safe. So this scenario says, Susan was in her room playing internet games with online friends. Someone with a screen name of Playtime sent her a message asking where Susan lived and to send a picture of herself. Playtime also asked for Susan's age and where she went to school. All right, so what's wrong with this situation? Well, obviously, Susan doesn't know this person, and this person is asking for some pretty intrusive pieces of information, such as Susan's address, Susan's age, the name of her school, and they want a picture of Susan. So those are red flags right away. If someone is trying to get to know you, you can tell them your first name, you can tell them the state that you live in, you can tell them your favorite hobbies. But the moment they start asking about really personal information or a picture of you, that's when we say, stop, it's time to tell an adult. So the second one, what should Susan do? Exactly that. She needs to find and tell a trusted adult that this person, nicknamed Playtime, is acting suspiciously online. Number 3, does she know who is asking her for this information? Well, no. The screen name Playtime doesn't tell us anything identifying about who this person is. We don't know their name. We don't know what they look like. We don't know what their intentions are. So we definitely want to tell an adult if this situation occurs. The second situation says Jason was doing a research on his computer for his science class. A colorful ad popped up on his computer screen with a message that said, "You have won $10,000. All Jason needed to do was submit his full name, age, home address, and phone number. Ooh. So what's wrong with this situation? What do you guys think? Well, if you think that this ad, which came out of nowhere, is asking Jason for some really, really personal information that he probably shouldn't give out, you are exactly correct. You would be amazed at what people can do once they know your full name, your age, your home address, and your phone number. They can file fake credit cards in your name. They can file for fake loans in your name. I mean, the list goes on and on. They can look up a lot of information too about you if they have your home address and your phone number. So we do not, under any circumstances, share that with other people that we do not know. What should Jason do? Well, similar to Susan's scenario, he needs to tell an adult, and he needs to click X on the ad that popped up. So don't click on the ad, but click the giant X. It's usually in the top right or top left corner, and that deletes the message. It gets rid of it. I would also turn off my computer and restart it just to get rid of any trace of that message. So number 3, what would you do if an ad popped up on your computer screen? That's what Miss Morris would do. I would not pay it any mind. I would exit out of it. I would restart my computer. And number 4, what type of websites do you use when you are doing research? This is a really good question because chances are that Jason was doing research on a or on a website that wasn't appropriate. He might have been doing research on a website that was not approved by his school or that has faulty information. A lot of times when you're doing research for a science class, you want to start with some major science websites. Okay, so you can type it into Google or you can look up National Geographic, Bill Nye, Khan Academy. There are a wide variety of trusted online resources that you can consult with to do research. But you want to make sure that you're doing research on a trusted website. Your school librarian will also be able to help you, and your teacher as well, point you in the direction of some websites that you might want to utilize for a research project. That way you're not starting off on your own. So you definitely want to look up verified, accurate, and trusted websites, not random ones that you might find on Facebook or Instagram, okay? Because we can't always trust those. So like I said, today's unit is on digital citizenship. Just to reconfirm what digital citizenship is, it's remembering that we are part of the online community, and as members of the online community or digital community, we need to act in the same way that we would if the internet was a real place that you could go to. Okay, so you need to be aware of your surroundings. You need to be aware of who you're talking to. You need to be aware of what websites you are using. And you need to tell an adult if you think something is wrong or if something happens that makes you uncomfortable, okay? So we all want to keep the internet a safe and free place. So again, that means we need to be kind, refrain from sharing personal information, and report odd or suspicious activity. Be responsible, okay? I hope this information was helpful and that it assists you in completing today's assignment. I will see you guys tomorrow for Zoom. Take care.